Welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda, and today we're going to be talking about a bizarre story coming out of Canada, and authorities are out on a manhunt. But before I get started, if you'd like to be part of the It's a Crime community, please click that subscribe button below and click that notification bell. Make sure you click it to all so you can be notified of my next upcoming videos and my live streams, because there's going to be a lot of them. Please like this video to support it, and please share this out where you can. Now, let's get into it. Authorities are out on a manhunt for this man from Quebec, Canada. His name is Martin Carpentier, and he's 44 years old. He was last seen wearing a gray t-shirt, jeans, and he might be wearing glasses. He's 5'10" and weighs 130 pounds. Now, the story starts on Wednesday, July 8th, where Martin took his two daughters for ice cream at around 8:30 p.m. His oldest daughter is Norah, 11 years old, and Romy, who is 6 years old. They are from a town just outside of Quebec City called Lévis. This is where they were last seen together. Shortly after, they were in a car accident about 20 kilometers away in a place called Saint Apollinaire on Highway 20. And for those of you who go by mileage, this is approximately about 12.4 miles away. Now, here's where it starts getting super bizarre. A woman witnesses the crash and she gets out of her vehicle, except there's no one in the car. She said she saw the car headed east towards Quebec City, and it flew off the road, hit a sign and some trees, and then flipped over. And the witness says, "I was driving towards Montreal, which is west, when I saw a cloud of dust, and boom, the car ended up in front of me suddenly." She said that she had to think fast in order to avoid a collision. Then she says, "I stopped on the side of the road and I ran to see if there were people inside. Nobody." She said that 3 people then called authorities all at the same time. She says, "We were screaming and panicking." She described the vehicle and it being empty, and she said, "There's nobody. The tires are blown out, the windows are blown out, there's no one in the car or in the field. It's crazy. I don't understand." She also described the vehicle saying, "I really hope there wasn't a child in the car because it's really serious. The car is finished." And a police spokesperson said, "The car is very damaged, and that's why we are looking for them to see what condition they are in." And she added that there were signs pointing to the 3 leaving the scene of the crash on foot. Now, in the car, they saw car seats and Martin's phone. They said only Martin's cell phone was in the car. His stepfather called saying he was waiting for Martin to arrive and that he told him he was going for ice cream with his daughters. And the stepfather also added that he thought it had been a long time. Now, when describing the area of the crash, it said that there are many wooded areas, many wooded areas, but there are many rural roads too. It's not completely isolated, and it contains several small cottages and shacks. It was reported that residents then began searching properties for any sign of these 3. Now, on Thursday, there was a province-wide Amber Alert for the girls, Romy and Norah. And their loved ones said that after the crash, they have reason to be concerned for the health and safety of the kids. And authorities didn't know the reasons for the disappearance and have spoken to witnesses and family members. A spokesperson said, "All the hypotheses are on the table and kidnapping is among them, but the priority for us is that we have missing people that could be injured." And the girl's mother posted photos of them on Facebook on Thursday with a plea for help. She said, "We need to find my daughters and their daddy." And the mother and father are in separate relationships. Now, on Friday, there was about 80 people who were involved in the search, and both on the ground and in the air, and that the province had put all of their resources into finding the girls. Martin Carpentier's girlfriend, Kathy, recorded a desperate plea, and she says, "Martin, we're worried. We haven't heard anything from you since the accident. We want to know if you're okay." And the girls, Romy and Norah, "We want to know if they're okay, if you're okay. Give us some news. Let us know. Call your parents, whatever it is. The important thing is that you're all right. We just want to know you're all right." Now, there were also reports that a neighbor heard screams in the middle of the night. That's what the police said, but they didn't confirm if it was related to the case or not. Then on Saturday, police deployed a helicopter as well as canine units, ATVs, and search teams on foot trying to locate them. The Canadian military was also brought in. The girls were then found, and they described them as inanimate. They were found deceased in a wooded area of Saint Apollinaire. Now, it is not known yet what their cause of death is. And also, while searching the area, authorities found miscellaneous items in a forested area that could potentially be linked to the girls and Martin. Then on Sunday, the search still continued with no sign yet of Martin, and according to locals, there are plenty of places to hide. One property owner said, "There are plenty of small chalets around there, cabins, sugar shacks, trailers. It's a good place to hide. People come down on the weekends, but there aren't a lot of people coming down given what's happening, so there's often food left behind inside." And one of the interesting things about Martin is he's actually a scout leader, so he has skills in the outdoors. And the authorities said they have covered 150 kilometers so far in the search, or 93 miles. And authorities are also asking, if you see him, please do not approach him, just call 911. I find this very bizarre, don't you? I mean, he's taking out the girls for ice cream on Wednesday night, gets into an accident, and then poof, they're gone out of the car. The question I'm asking is, was he not supposed to have the girls that night, or did he plan on doing something like this that happened? Because the girls are found 3 days later in the forest and they're dead. And no word yet as to what the cause of death is, as I mentioned. And then Martin is nowhere to be found. And this guy has outdoor skills, so it sounds like it could take a little while for authorities, or potentially longer for authorities, to find someone like him who does have the skills to survive in the wilderness. And I don't know what happened, unless something did happen to him as well and they just haven't found him. But stay tuned for that. I do find this really, really bizarre. Let's have a chit chat below. Let me know the part that stumps you, what you're curious about, and then we could just have a general chat below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.